It's looking like the Odyssey is going to be my movie of the year for 2026. Now, hold on though. Is this Christopher Nolan's greatest film of all time, beating Interstellar, Inception, The Dark Knight? Let's get into it. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey follows the legendary hero Odysseus as he struggles to make it home after the Trojan War, battling monsters, gods, and impossible odds in one of history's greatest adventure stories ever told. Nolan's adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey, it's Odysseus trying to make it back home to Ithaca to see his wife Penelope and his son Tom Holland, right? So The Odyssey. How was this movie? Is it overhyped? Is it the greatest film ever made? Is it Nolan's best film ever made? Is it worth it? I enjoyed The Odyssey. I love this movie. It's a great film. And do I think it's worth your time? Absolutely. And if you have a chance to see this movie in IMAX, you absolutely should. Now, some of the good things I liked about this thing, the actors and actresses, which was insane because a lot of people wanted this movie to fail because of the actors. And I'm like, Matt Damon did well. I enjoyed Anne Hathaway. You're not selling me on Tom Holland. He's still Spider-Man. I don't care what you say. He doesn't fit the theme. Robert Pattinson, he was okay in this film. He was all right. For the most part, they all fit. For the Zendaya did a good job. For the most part, they all fit. I have my issues with a couple of them, but for the most part, they did well. Now, the bad thing kind of about it is, it is a little distracting because these are a lot of top tier A-list celebrities and they did well, but it is a little distracting since they are in other movies that are dropping in close vicinity. Will that matter 5, 10, 15 years down the line? Probably not. What matters is if they did a good job or not. And they did do a good job, even though some of them I wasn't really feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like Robert Pattinson, I was like, bro, why you look like a Diary of a Wimpy Kid? You know what I mean? It was just too much. But I will say another thing that was kind of odd about this movie was they spoke in common language, like in just common everyday vernacular language. They didn't talk in that Greek tongue. Thought that was a little weird. Another great thing is that Christopher Nolan really uses practical effects. He's not really infesting this thing with CGI, at least CGI that I can tell. It feels like a very grounded film, like when they're in the boat, you know what I mean, and they're really going through on this adventure, like you feel like you're in that boat with them, especially if you're watching this thing in IMAX. This thing is a beast to watch in IMAX. Don't do yourself a disservice and go watch it, right? Go watch this in IMAX. The monsters and gods he runs into, he does it in a very Nolan way that feels very real. It gets you really sucked in. There are some really emotional moments in this film, especially in the second half. And the second half of this film, man, is really great. I will say though, it is a 3-hour film. Get locked in. Be prepared to be locked in. This is a long film. And I will say at the beginning of this film, they're setting it up. The initial setup, there are kind of a lot of different plot points kind of going on around the same time. It's a little confusing, but thankfully they're talking in common language so you can understand, but it is a little bit of an awkward buildup. But when this thing gets going, it gets going and shit hits the fan and it gets wild, you know what I mean? And it's a great film, and honestly, I'll give my final recommendation and my final score. Who do I think should go watch this film? Everyone should go watch this film. I would say it's one of those generational movies that you really, you should really go give this a try. This is peak cinema. This is you feel like you're really watching a legit movie. We get a lot of slop, AI slop, but this feels real. This feels very immersive. Definitely, it's an emotional story. It's a well-told story. Nolan did an amazing job. It's a great film, and everyone should go watch this film. Even if you don't like any of this Greek play stuff or Christopher Nolan, I think you should still go watch this film. Absolutely. Is it a little overhyped? I think it's movie of the year. Do I think it's Christopher Nolan's greatest work of all time? Absolutely not. This is not better than Interstellar, Inception, or The Dark Knight. It doesn't hit that level of emotional impact and change my entire life. It's kind of in that Oppenheimer, Dark Knight Rises kind of genre. Still a great film nonetheless, but overall, great job. I'm excited for his next film. I'm gonna give The Odyssey 8.8 Mr. Schneefies out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And don't forget to check out my other reviews. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Deuces, Real Relay fam.